You know, it's funny that how your mindset changes when you have kids when it comes to saving and investing. And what I'm going to go through in this particular video is show you how my currently 6.5-year-old son will become a millionaire by the time he's 25 years old. And anyone can take these exact principles and apply them, whether it's to their own kids or to themselves, right? And I wish I did this back in the day. I knew the logic. However, it took me having a child to be able to force myself to be able to kind of invest in a passive way. And again, the reason why that is, I don't know, maybe it's the protector of loved ones, all these other different things on there. And before he was born, I'm going to walk you through what I did, what I set up, and what I'm continuing to do passively, automatically by the time he's 25 years old. And I tell him every single day, you will be a millionaire by the time you're 25. And I think he's starting to get to it now that he says he can go out and buy anything he wants because he's going to be a millionaire. But, you know, I just want to walk you through the logic because I think it's going to add value to your life as well, whether you've got kids or not. You know, if you want to make more money, it's very simple to become a millionaire and it does take time, but I'm going to show you the logic in this video. So make sure you like and subscribe and let's get to it. So what I did is I went to a website called portfoliovisualizer.com and I'll link to that in the description. And I went to the backtest portfolio asset class allocation. And what this basically does is allows you to backtest any asset class, and they do have an asset class for stocks. You can look at Apple and all these other different things inside here. And what I wanted to do is understand from as much data as we possibly got in this particular back test is what is the average return of the total stock market in the US? And you know, people range it between 8% and 10%, and all these other different things. But I thought let's plug it in here, let's have a look, and let's use that as a basis going forward to work backwards on how much do I need to invest every single month for my son to become a millionaire. So what I did was I went into the backtest portfolio section. The time period, I went all the way as back as far as I could to 1972, and the end year was 2015 because my son was born in 2015. I just put some arbitrary numbers inside here of initially putting $500, contribute a fixed amount of $500. Uh, and the contribution frequency monthly. To be fair, the numbers here don't matter because you know we're not looking to invest for that long of a period. I just wanted to get as much data as I possibly can. And all I did was is selected the US stock market with 100% in portfolio one. So if we have a look, if you did do this back in 1972, you'll have a portfolio of 9.7 million. Tells you all the compound annual growth rate, standard deviation, best year, worst year, all these other different things. Shows you the cumulative growth of your portfolio. It shows you the annual returns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like there were 9 years in that whole span from 1972 to 2015 that were down years. And the bit that I was really most interested in is the full. So in the full period, the average annual return was 10.13%. So this is the number that I was looking for doing this exercise to find out what do I need to put into a compound calculator and work backwards for my son to have 1 million, right? And again, this thing, I've used this in a couple of videos now. This is really good to really have a look at. You can do the housing market, you can do gold, you can do silver, you can do all the commodities, you can do all of this stuff inside here. And again, I know that past returns isn't, you know, privy to future success, but we can see time and time again that if you bet on the total US economy and stock market, you're going to do well over time. And, you know, Warren Buffett even says that for anyone who doesn't know investing, should be investing in passive index funds, right? So this is what we've got at the moment, 10.13%. So then what I did is I searched a compound calculator, interest calculator online, and I'll link to this down below as well, if you guys need it. And I basically worked backwards. So the number I needed, the magic number was $800. So if we use this as the example, so if I start with $800 with an interest rate, a yearly interest rate of 10.13%, gave myself or gave my son 25 years to accumulate that amount of money. And I assume that, the compound rate is obviously every year. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do regular transactions of $800 monthly at the beginning. I didn't do inflation, because I didn't know what inflation was going to be. And especially at the time in 2015, I didn't expect inflation to be over 9%. And so I know that $1 million in 25 years will not be $1 million in relative terms. It'll probably be more like 400,000. But what I wanted to do was get to that bigger milestone, because even in 25 years' time, a million will still be a significant amount of money, that well I had when I was 25 years old. Let's just put it that way. So when you calculate that, it tells you here that we put in $240,000 of our own money. We accumulated $783,000 of interest, which gave us a total of over $1 million. So what I've been doing is putting in $800 into Vanguard's total stock market. I think it's VTI from memory. I did it so long ago I can't even remember. But and you can just Google it, and that's what I've been doing. So fortunately, the missus does work as well, which is obviously a great thing. So between us, I put 500, she puts 300 in, and that's basically what we've been doing without fail every single month. Now, you know, the key thing is consistency. And again, we've automated this kind of process, and not even we look at it every now and again. It is currently up. It has taken a dip, obviously, for this particular year, but we are currently up overall so far. Is it at this rate? I think it's slightly below it from memory, from what I understand, from when I last checked it. But the key point here is forget the dollar amount. Some people might not be able to put in $800, $800 a month. Well, it's 100, 200. Like even if we did $200, and we calculate that, it's still $250,000 in 25 years' time. Which how many people say that they have $250,000? And again, you've only put in $60,000 worth. So again, this is something that I strongly encourage people to do, whether it's for yourself, for your family, whoever it may be from, you know, and hopefully I'll give you guys an update if my YouTube channel's still around in what it's going to be 7, so that's 5, 8, around 18 years' time, whether he has $1 million. And I'll probably get him on the channel at some point, and show you guys an update on what's going on. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next one.